China just triggered a new world order. The world order that ruled the world since 1945 is no longer going to be around because China just changed the game. And that's why the United States was forced to start this war against Iran to contain China. Yes, this war is not actually against Iran. This war is actually against China. Because if the United States is not going to stop China, then China is going to overtake the United States as the world's largest economy, and the dollar is no longer going to be the global reserve currency. In fact, it's the United States that made China the world's second largest economy. If you look at the Chinese GDP, you will find out that before opening up the Chinese economy to the rest of the world by the United States, the Chinese economy wasn't actually growing much to begin with. In fact, prior to that, China calls that the century of humiliation because the Chinese economy wasn't growing at all and China was humiliated by many European nations. And the moment that China joins the US international order, the Chinese economy began growing. The moment China gets accepted into the World Trade Organization, the Chinese GDP skyrockets to become the second world's largest economy. So it is trade that made China so insanely rich, because China now could actually trade with other nations, especially with the United States. And that trade was possible because the US Navy secured the global shipping routes. So it doesn't matter, you were China, the UK, or any other nation. You would basically rely on the United States. So if it wasn't for the US Navy, China would not be able to trade with other nations and China wouldn't be as rich as it's today. In fact, China made most of its money from the US consumer market. The US consumer market is the wealthiest consumer market on the planet and it keeps growing. So China could build anything and simply dump it in the US consumer market, make billions of dollars, invest that money in China and keep growing their economies. And if you wanted to start a business in China, you had actually to open your company in a joint venture with a Chinese company. Why? Because these were basically the rules that China has established. So if a US company would want to open a factory in China or a branch in China, they would do that with a Chinese company. And slowly, there is going to be a transfer of technology from the US companies into the Chinese companies. That have saved the Chinese company decades, if not centuries of innovation, because they got the final technology. They reverse engineered the technology, and now China has that technology, which was one of the main reasons that China actually improved so fast. Based on the US world order, China would have overtaken the United States since China has a much larger population. The population of the United States is 5 times smaller than the population of China. So the way we measure the economy is through GDP. The more people you have, the more money will circulate in your economy, the higher is going to be your GDP. So it doesn't make sense for the United States to keep a world order where China keeps getting wealthier and China mathematically will overtake the United States. Which is why it is in the interest of the United States to actually destroy this world order, because this world order will make China a much larger economy. But of course, China is not simply sitting around and watching what the United States is doing. But here's the question. Why did the United States suddenly help China so much? Was it because the United States is such a great and good country? Well, of course not. That's not how geopolitics actually works. Imagine you have a country of 1.5 billion people and you have so many US companies on one side. These companies would look on China and they see a huge consumer market. So if we can integrate China into the global economy, suddenly every single huge company in the US will be able to sell in that market, make billions of dollars. Take Boeing. Boeing makes or sells more planes to the Chinese market than any other market. And the same thing would apply to many other US companies. So the US companies wanted to boost their profits, and China was literally the perfect country to do that. So it was in the interest of the United States to integrate China into the global economy. China and the Soviet Union would have actually formed alternative world order. So the Soviet Union is this huge country. Then China is the country that has the world's largest population. These two countries would obviously create an alternative world. But if we kind of integrate China into the global economy, that would have isolated the Soviet Union, which was one of the main reasons why the United States actually won the Cold War. Bigger global economy, higher demand for the US dollars. So, the more the global economy grows, the more it is actually using the US financial system, and the more they use the dollars, which gives the United States much more power. So, the more China uses the dollars, the more powerful it is going to make the United States. But here's the interesting part. The more dollars China is using, the more dollars the United States will be able to print. So if it wasn't for integrating China into the global economy, the United States today would not be able to afford a $40 trillion debt. Do you see how it was in the interest of the United States to do that? So the more the Chinese economy grows, the more China actually buys the US debt. And up until 2015 or 16, China used to have about $1.2 or $1.3 trillion of the US debt. Of course, since then, China has actually been massively selling off the US treasuries, but nonetheless, they're still one of the largest holders of the US debt. But here's the problem. China now challenging the United States dominance. Yes, China has profited enormously from the US-based world order, but now China is actually threatening the United States to overtake the US. First of all, China is actually challenging the US when it comes to technology. China is literally building technologies that can easily rival the United States when it comes to 5G technologies, EVs. The Chinese EVs are far more superior than the US EVs. That's why the United States has a 100% tariff on the Chinese EVs, because if we remove these tariffs, suddenly all of these cheap EVs will flood the US market and Tesla will go out of business. There isn't a single US company that can rival Chinese EVs. And a number of other technologies as well. But most importantly, China is building an alternative financial system. So the entire world uses the US financial system. So the United States doesn't care if other nations would actually succeed. As long as they use the US financial system, the United States control these countries. Because if you don't listen to the United States, the US will cut you off out of the US financial system, and you no longer can actually trade with other nations. That's what the US did with Iran. That's what the US did with Russia. That's what the US did with North Korea. That's why these economies have actually suffered tremendously. But here you have China that is integrated into the US financial system, that ripped all the benefits from the US financial system, and at the same time built an alternative system. Now all of these nations can actually use the Chinese system. They can actually use Chinese banks. They can use the Chinese alternative to SWIFT, and so on and so forth, which rivals the United States directly. And China is the largest trading partner for over 100 countries. Suddenly, you have over 100 countries using the Chinese financial system. And whoever controls the global energy is going to control the world. That's why the United States actually created the petrodollar. The Middle Eastern countries are selling oil, and then you have China on the other side. But if China is going to buy oil primarily in the US dollars, China will have to use the US financial system. So China will be at the mercy of the United States. Then it's another major reason why the United States integrated China into the global economy. But now China is actually changing the game. That is what is scaring the United States the most, because China has created the Petro-yuan. China has created the entire infrastructure in order to completely replace the petrodollar in the Middle East. So Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates, the two nations, have actually integrated the Chinese system. And these countries have already started selling their oil and gas in yuan, and oil is being denominated in yuan as well. But now Donald Trump started the war against Iran, and there is a blockade. So all that oil that's supposed to be sold in yuan is not actually going through the Strait of Hormuz, which is how United States is containing China. But China has a much more dangerous plan. This plan is even more scary. China is trying to completely move into renewable energy. Renewable energy are the technologies that are primarily dominated by China. So last year, 42% of the Chinese electricity actually came from renewable energy. That is literally half of their electricity. So even factories in China are no longer dependent on oil and gas and coal, but rather now they can operate on renewable energy. What does that tell you that? In 10 years from now, 70% of the Chinese oil or the Chinese energy will come from renewable energy. So China no longer needs the US oil. China no longer needs any kind of oil. China could basically go to 100% renewable energy probably in 30 years from now. Now, China doesn't actually need even to do that, because as long as the vast majority of Chinese energy is going to come from renewable energy, China is perfectly fine. The rest of that can actually be fueled with oil and gas. And that puts an end to the petrodollar, whether you like it or not. And here is the scary thing. China is building the technology so fast that it's creating deflation. The prices for the solar panels or the wind technology is going down so dramatically fast every single year that renewable energy is basically becoming so affordable that countries have no other option but to move to renewable energy. But here's the trick. Because China has been investing in this industry for the last 2 decades, China has almost a monopoly, first of all, on renewable energy, and secondly, you have to store that renewable energy somewhere. So China has built a monopoly when it comes to batteries. And now when you have any country in the world that they want to become self-sufficient when it comes to energy, they have to come to China and build the Chinese or buy the Chinese technologies and rely on China for their energy. So this is going to be the renewable yuan, just like we had the petrodollar. So we no longer care about the petrodollar or Petro-yuan, but rather now it's about renewable energy. And the United States is still far away from China because the United States has a lot of oil. So it's very important for the US to push the world to rely on oil and gas instead of renewable energy, because it's China that actually has a complete monopoly on this. So we are not talking about something that might happen 50 years from now. Literally, they already almost get half of their energy from renewable energy, and in 10 years that number will go to 70%, and then you will have the European nations and many other nations that don't have a lot of oil and gas completely relying on China for their energy. So the world will depend on the Chinese infrastructure for energy. And that's how China is trying to change the world order, so that the world is no longer going to rely on the United States. They will rely on the Chinese renewable energy and the Chinese financial system. And in this changing world order, there are going to be winners and there are going to be losers. So here's the question. How do you use this changing world order and capitalize on this? Because this is an opportunity. Every single time there is a change in the world order, wealth moves from one group of people to another group. So here's the question. Which assets you should be buying? What are the top stocks you should be buying? How do you build an investing strategy to maximize your profits? So the first 100 people who are going to use the link in the description of this video will get one-on-one investing session with my team completely for free. The link is in the description of this video.